Hey everybody, I'm Amber Ryan and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be very chilled and laid back. It's going to be something I've been wanting to do for a while here on the channel, and it just worked out where I was working on a bigger project this past week. And I didn't think I would have enough time to finish it, and I'm wanting to try and stick to an upload schedule and upload hopefully every Friday. And I just didn't think I would have this project and video done in time, so I decided in between working on this project I would upload some laid back, easy, roughly edited videos, which are going to be Let's Play videos. I'm going to be playing one of my favorite games, this series called Ravenhearst, and I don't always do hidden object games. However, they are like the easiest to record and upload for me with you know, my time constraint that I have. So I actually very quickly filmed 3 episodes of this series already, so and this is just the first one, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I actually really enjoyed making these videos, so I definitely plan on doing more of different games, not always hidden object games on this channel. However, you know, it's just something easy, something I already had, and I thought it would be something fun and laid back to do, because I know, you know, the way times are these days, it's very easy to get overwhelmed and stressed out, and like even for me, I'm very busy, it seems, all the time, so which is why I ended up deciding this would be the best route to take. I figured it'd be really fun and easy, and it'd be kind of a nice way for you guys just to hang out with me and just have a peaceful time and decompress after a busy day, or while you're having to study or work on something, you can have this in the background just playing, and it just kind of be peaceful and have a good time. So hopefully that's how you guys will feel while watching this series, and I really do hope you guys enjoy it. Now, a little bit about the game. Today's game is Ravenhearst, Escape Ravenhearst. It is the 3rd game of the series. I believe I own the entire series. The way it's set up is they have this series of games, the Ravenhearst series, inside of another bigger series of hidden object games called Mystery Case Files. So the full title is Mystery Case Files Ravenhearst, and Escape from Ravenhearst, because it is the 3rd game. Now, I absolutely love the entire Mystery Case Files series. The first games I ever played of it was the Ravenhearst series, and that's what got me hooked. I love mystery and I love horror, and these games just have a seamless way of combining the two, and they usually have some really great storylines, and they can be very creepy, and they're very great with their atmosphere in the games, their environments, and they're just set up so great. It's a very interesting game. However, here is my warning for this particular game. Now, on the other Ravenhearst games, it's not as big of a deal, but this one in particular does have dark humor, and it does touch very serious topics, such as abuse. There is appearances of drugs and drug use, so do be aware, and there's also like hints of abuse and neglect. So also just be aware of all those dark topics. I completely understand if this is not the game for you. I just want to give you a warning right off the get-go. And I know this intro is very long, but I just wanted to get that across and kind of let you guys know my plans with this series and how it came about. And also, I hope you guys enjoy it, but do be aware of those dark underlining topics, because I know not everyone will be into that. And I will play other games that will not have those topics, so if you want to hold out and wait for me to play a different game, I completely understand. I just wanted to get that out there right off the get-go. And this game specifically, it makes a lot of sense for these topics because it's making you understand what goes on in this villain's mind and how he became the villain and where he came from. So there is a reason for all of it, but it's supposed to be basically a dark, humorous game with, you know, hints of creepiness and horror, and it is a mystery, but I just wanted to give you guys that warning right off the get-go. So I'm sorry that this intro was so freaking long, but I just have so much to say about this series, and I will probably say more about it in other intros and outros, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this series of Ravenhearst, Escape Ravenhearst, the third game, and I hope to go back and play the first and second games, but they're so old that it's kind of hard to screen record those games, particularly the first one. I have tried to record before. It's just difficult to record that one because the way it formats, and it just doesn't record properly. So I will hopefully try that again someday, just so you guys can get an intro to the series and the storyline. But okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this game. Let's get into it. Alright, here we go.
This just in, another Blackpool resident was reported missing today in a case that continues to baffle local authorities.
Local authorities. It's so cool how they combine like real people with I'm so excited. It's been so long since I played this game, and I think this is one of my favorite ones of the entire series. So I really wish I could have started with the first one for you guys. So maybe later on, let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see that. Alright, so let's get into it. I shall be Master Detective. I'm actually going to go ahead and change as cool as Master Detective sounds. Now you guys may hear my heater kick on and off. Hopefully I can ease that up a bit in post, and I'm also sorry for the messy room. But this is a late night thing, so my camera keeps sliding right back down. Good. Okay, let's do this. I'm so excited. Lower things just a bit. There we go. Yeah, the music's just a little loud, so I'm gonna put about there. Okay. Here we go. Now this is the third game of the series. In case I didn't mention, I'm filming an intro later on. I haven't filmed that yet, so I don't know what I'm going to tell you guys in that, so I'm just throwing that out there. This is the third game of the series. And my hair is still wet, so I'm sorry for that. But I'm going to do casual just because it's been so long since I've played this game. Okay, journal. Shortly after my brief stint in Louisiana, I received a curious missive from an anonymous source. A small parcel containing a simple invitation was wrapped inside clipped articles. Did I read that wrong? A small parcel containing a simple invitation was wrapped inside clipped articles from various newspapers. I think it's just worded weird. The invitations brevity, combined with the grim nature of the headlines, suggests something quite ominous transpiring again on the coast of England. I swore to myself I would never revisit that house near the cliffs. I have no wish to look upon its burned shell and remind myself of the horrors beneath it. Yet here I stand in Blackpool, preparing once more to return to these haunted grounds, and hopefully survive long enough to tell the tale of my escape from Ravenhearst. Another goes missing. Blackpool authorities baffled. Disappearances continue. I have something to show you. Oh, I love these games. They're so spooky, and the puzzles are just so clever. And hopefully I will be able to get through all the puzzles. It has been a while since I played this game, and I think almost every game of this series, there's at least one puzzle that stumps me so bad. Like, I've definitely had to pull up walkthroughs for these games. So hopefully I'll be able to get through all the puzzles. That will be slightly embarrassing if I can't. Okay. Glove box. Okay, why would you have a full cup of tea in your glove box? Ooh. And this is actually an Easter egg from a previous game. Misfortune, I believe is her name. And I actually have only played that game once, and I can't remember if I even finished it, but there's like a little chapter that goes into the series. And that was my heater. So Mystery Case Files is basically, they have like series within a series of Mystery Case Files, but they all go together, and that's what I really love about it. And they actually had a couple new games come out recently that I really want to play. So if you guys really like watching me do these chill videos where I'm just playing these games, do let me know down in the comments below, because I would definitely love to do a lot more of these. Something on my lens. Okay. So misfortune. Guess I tempted fate one too many times. Okay, so we should be able to get out. Okay, now if I remember correctly, and I believe it's called FMV, there's a game that came out probably about a year ago now, Dead of Night, had this similar style, and that game just really reminded me of this one, where they have like real people involved in like the game, animated environments, and it's really cool to see the blend of the real and the made up, and it's just so super cool. And that is in this game, and yeah, and this was actually the first game I had ever seen that with, really, but it's really cool, so be prepared for that. Here we go.
Detective, you should not have returned. It's not safe for you here. My soul is now free, but I fear that you are in great danger. Because you've done so much to help me and the others, we now promise to follow and assist you. Unfortunately, altering the appearance of objects in the world of the living is the only way for us to offer physical support. If you must stay here, use my locket as your guide to find the changing objects. See if you can locate the changing object on the automobile. Well done, Detective. Now, find the changing objects outside the gate so that we may assist you in your investigation. We wish you luck, but be mindful of the perils that await you.
Something just fell. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, now Emma is actually the character from the first game, and I think the first game was just supposed to originally like be a one-off, and then it became like, I think it's either like 7 or 8 games, and I believe I own the entire series of the Ravenhearst series. Not all of Mystery Case Files, unfortunately, but I do have all of the Ravenhearst ones, so. Okay. And the first game was just so cool. Like, I really do want to go back. It's an older game now, so it's kind of hard. I have tried recording it before, and it didn't go well. So, but I definitely would like to try that again. Oh, morphing objects. I wasn't paying attention. Some of the morphing ones are just really hard. I have to really pay attention. So if I get quiet on sections like this, that's why. Let's see. What am I missing? Oh, it's just the trash. Man, it's been so long since I played this. I'm so excited. Upon my arrival at the Manor gates, I stepped from my vehicle into a large puddle born from the chilly autumn rain. A quick flash of gold near a storm grating caught my attention, and I reached down to collect a locket that once belonged to a woman whose spirit I wrestled from this awful place. Just then the locket's owner and Manor's namesake appeared before me and delivered a warning that caused the hairs on my arms to rise. Emma's ghost advised me to leave Blackpool before I met her fate. Upon refusing, she offered to follow and assist me by altering the appearance of objects that might aid in my investigation. After some hesitation, I paused, looked around, and finally collected the objects she affected. True to her word, Emma's locket suddenly burst open with a blast of ghostly energy, drawing my attention to a nearby lantern where I looked again. When I looked again, she was gone. Terrible accent. Okay. I've secured the front gate. Let's see. Ooh, fog is gone. Now, I just want to make sure there's nothing left. I believe there isn't, so let's go. Okay. Okay, so the shimmers mean there's a hidden object seen, so, ooh, okay. Well, these are morphing objects, which is different than the other two games. I think most of the others are hidden object. Whack-a-troll. They must have fun creating these games, though. They seem like ridiculously fun just to get creative and just have fun. That was it. Like I said, it has been a while. I feel like there was something up at the sign. Yep. I knew there was something up with the fish. I kept clicking on it. Let's see. 2 more. Is that seriously not working? I thought it did. Oh, I think this is something I have to come back to.
Help! I think I broke my arm. I can't move my legs. What's MDF?
I never heard that before in all the times I've played this game. That was creepy. Okay, I don't think there's really much to do in this area yet.
Please, heed our warnings, Detective. Turn back while you still can.
Okay. And that was the main character from the second game. That was Rose, I believe. And the second game I've literally only played once. All of the others I've played several times, I think. Except for the newest ones. But the first one and this third one, I think I've played the most out of the entire series. So I actually kind of know what I'm doing on these ones. It's gonna take a while to come back to me, though. Newspaper. Yet another goes missing from Blackpool. Local authorities remain baffled. They say that constantly. By seemingly unrelated disappearance. Ginger Spangle has been searching for her son since he went missing after school on Thursday afternoon. He normally arrives home no later than 4 o'clock, so of course I became immediately concerned, said Spangle, who is the latest grieving relative in a series of disappearances that continue to perplex the Blackpool Police Department. I don't want to read all of that. I feel like this does work over here, and I just have to get it like in the correct. No. I really don't want to do a hint on the first one, and I feel like I should know. It's supposed to be 2 more morphing objects, though. Squid jelly. That sounds lovely. I seriously thought. I'm actually perplexed. Okay. I'm obviously missing something. And it falls down. Okay, so... Oh, okay. I just missed that. Yeah, now we can open the furnace. There we go. Oh, I think we need that for the lighthouse building. Okay, then where are the other morphing objects? Ah. Okay, we're missing one. Morphing objects are hard because you have to actually look at it for however long. Ah, it was a leaf. You guys were probably screaming at me. That was... Okay. So now we can go this way. Oh, it's been so long since I played this game. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to it again. Okay. Is that not what it wants me to do? I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, maybe... yeah, okay. It took me long enough. Okay. Spooky, spooky. Okay. I forgot that this was a morphing objects one and not just a hidden object. Oh, do you hear the creaking? Makes it sound like there's someone like walking up behind me. That's creepy. Okay. The last ones are always gonna get me. I'm thinking it's gonna be like in a corner somewhere. Okay, that's a later puzzle. There's just one morphing object I'm missing. Okay, I don't want to waste a bunch of time on these scenes either. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I knew something was gonna frickin' sink. Okay, I know exactly what we're going to do with this, but I feel like we should be able to... Okay. Let's go here. Ah, now. Whoops, wrong area, right? That's going to happen pretty often where I get confused in the areas. And this does, I don't think this one has the quick map feature either, like some of the other games. I'd be scared to sting my hand under that. Did we get any more? We did. I came across some familiar fixtures under a bridge outside the manor. The remains of an old whack-a-troll machine have been discarded and left to rot beside a shallow stream. Upon inspecting the machine, Emma's locket sprung open to offer ghostly assistance. Sure enough, after locating clues left by my otherworldly helpers, the game machine briefly came to life, knocking over a bucket that contained a rag I may have use for later. There is also an abandoned stove, words are hard, here, but when I tried to look inside, I found its door rusted shut. I should find something to pry it open. The creepiness of this place has not diminished since my last visit. A small, dilapidated cottage, once inhabited by the son of my nemesis, Charles, barely remains standing. It was here that I was abducted by Charles and his son Victor. Before I thwarted their attempts to imprison the souls of two little girls and their mother inside caves beneath the manor. A small box secured with a custom lock appears to be a new addition, but its owner and contents will presently remain a mystery until I can find a way to get it unlocked. And this is Charles' creepy son Victor and my arch nemesis Charles Dalamar. Now, a little backstory. In case you guys don't know the Ravenhearst games or the story, that since this is the third game, I'll do a little backstory for you guys real quick. Charles Dalamar is, Charles and Emma were the main characters in the first game. And, Emma had, traveled there from somewhere. And, she was, I think, going to school or doing something. She was just traveling and living abroad. And, she caught the attention of, I believe he was, into construction or something like that, but he was, actually very rich or something, and he was, obsessive and, very possessive and controlling and a little bit manipulative as well, but he proposed to her, but she had found out family back home was sick, so she wanted to go back home, and she didn't really get that connection where she wanted to marry him, so she turned him down, and he went crazy after that, and he built a manor in her honor, which was Ravenhearst, and so she ended up getting really sick. And you later find out that he was poisoning her, and it was really weird because throughout the game, closer to the end, you realize that he has a nursery set up in the house, he was planning for his future with her, and she had no say in the matter, and it was just very creepy. And as he started going crazy, he started putting these strange locks on all the doors, and you had to solve these puzzles to unlock them and get into certain areas of the manor. And it was just really creepy. So, and I believe what throws me off about this story is I believe her maid from the first game was also named Rose. And the main character from the second game was Rose. So I don't know if it's actually the same Rose. I've never been able to connect those dots. I would really like to go play the first and second game again. Like I said, I may do that at a later date for you guys. But I want to say that Rose was the maid to Emma. So, and yeah, so I don't know much about that part of the story from the second game because I literally played it once and I really don't remember much of it. It was actually a very difficult game. It had some really hard puzzles in that one, and it's also older, so it was just very difficult for me. But yeah, so Charles was the main nemesis, and him and Emma were the only two big characters really in the first game. And yeah, so basically that started the whole story. So the second game, they decided, which I don't think the second game was originally planned. I think it was supposed to be like a one-off for the Mystery Case Files series, and then they were going to move on. But then it became a bigger deal. I guess it became well known and sold well, so they made a second game. And the story, they went wild with the story after that. So in the second game, from what I remember, is that's when they introduced Charles' son, Victor, and he had to have been from like a previous marriage, and I don't know if they ever actually explained where his mother was or anything like that. And yeah, and he ended up like Rose, like I said, I think she was the maid. And she had a set of twins with someone else, so like two little girls, and then he did the same thing with them, like what he did with Emma, and yeah, so Emma did end up dying, by the way, because in the first game, you find out in the end, she did die. He kept her captive, she was poisoned, and he literally kept her skeleton. And at the end of the game, you have to find all of these keys in order to unlock the coffin and release her spirit from the house and from Charles' grasp. So yeah, and so I don't really remember Rose and the twins story. I do remember there being like this secret old town underground, and there being this, I think the house was creepy or something, and then of course it ended up being set on fire by the end of the game, so that's why it's just a shell in this game, and that's why they keep mentioning throughout this game that it's just basically a shell. And we will eventually see the manor in this game, and it's just in shambles. So, but that's how Ravenhearst began. I really wish I had played the first two games first. I know it doesn't really make sense, but hopefully that little backstory will help you guys out throughout this game, because I know it'll get a little bit confusing. There's a few gaps. So okay, so now that I've covered bases with you guys, let's see. I don't really know where to go to next. We've got a metal chain. I think we need like a magnet or something for that. I don't really remember what the metal chain is for. And we need like a wrench for this. Oh, I know. We're gonna go see the manor. But the first game was like super creepy. He had just built the manor for Emma. He wanted to live there. He wanted to marry her, and it was just very creepy. And yeah, it was a really good game, and I've played it 100 times. So I really should have played it for you guys. Let's do it. Tear down the gate. I always thought this scene was really cool. Say goodbye to your precious car. Good thing you weren't taking good care of it, considering you might not have it after this. Okay, look over here, I think.
Please, detective, abandon your pursuit before you're harmed.
Oof. I remember, that gave me chills. I just remember the first time I played this game, and it really freaked me out with her doing that. Because the previous 2 games, well, I didn't even play the second game before I played this one. Because I didn't even realize they had more games for the series. And the first game does not have FMV, I believe is what it's called. And I forget what the actual words are. But, yeah, they didn't have that, so they didn't use, like, real people in the first one, so they didn't have, like, the ghost stuff like this one does, so it's just creepier. Okay. Oh, that actually made me jump. I totally forgot about that. I think it's been a couple years since I've actually played this game. Glad we didn't stay there too long, huh? And this is the Manor. Now, the Manor is different than what it looked like in the first game. So from the first game to the second game, they redesigned the Manor. So the Manor in the second game looked completely different than the first one. I really don't know why they did that, but at least they stuck with the design after the second one, so... And I believe it does get rebuilt in the storyline at some point. And I'm really glad they I think they do away with the morphing objects in the later games, which I'm very glad for. Because I've never really been into the morphing objects. But I love the story, and the games themselves, and the puzzles. I thought I saw that doll morph. I guess not. I know you guys are gonna yell at me a lot for missing some of the morphing objects. And I think if I click too many times, it does, like, penalize you, like it does the creepy vine thing. I don't know if they did it on this one or not. I think maybe it was just the first couple it penalized you. But I don't remember, honestly. Okay, there's 3 more. Correction, 2 more. Could have swore it was one of these pipes. Dead. Whoop. Okay, I feel like something back here would morph. So cool to see the effect of, like, the rain hitting the leaves and making the leaves shake. I feel like I'm missing something. But the rain is also, like, distracting me to the leaves, so I can't tell if anything's, like, morphing or not. Okay, I'm gonna turn my heater up real quick. You may hear it kick on more often, but it's getting a little chilly. Okay. Keep expecting it to be one of the flowers, too. Excuse me. Could barely see that. Okay, I'm spending too much time on it, so I'm gonna use a hint. I knew it was something back there. I told you guys. Morphing objects are just hard because you have to stare at it for a little bit, and then if I'm talking, I just get distracted, so it's hard to focus on that. Another morphing object scene. Okay. It's so cool to see like the dilapidated version of this mansion, even though it's not the original manor, which really bothers me a little bit. At least not from what I remember. And I know that's a thing, and I will read it after I find all the objects. It's like the rain picked up and came in here. There we go. One more. I think this was a puzzle from the previous game. The second one. Yes, we will need that for the little puzzle in the cottage. The stone once thrust turned it all to dust. Date of the last will eliminate sins past. I almost said sons.
Please, do not enter these forsaken grounds.
Something on my screen. Okay. So this right here. Ooh, we're gonna come back to this. Spoiler alert! Get ready for it. Just give you something to look forward to there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. And I believe it is the lighthouse. Maybe? Whew, yeah, we've got a lot now. So I know for sure the magnet's gonna go here. But we need like a string or something to attach to it. Which I don't think we have that yet. Okay, I don't remember what we used on that. I'll go over here now. Yeah, so now we can... So I think we need the hose from the White House to rappel down there. But while we're here, I'm going to put that in. We're missing 2 more. Oh, I guess we attached the hose there from the... Forgot this was a thing. Okay, what did that do for us? Oh, we got the string for the magnet. Clever, clever. Now, this entry part is not necessarily my favorite part. This is basically just an introduction to the game and is taking you back to where it all began, and then it goes to a different location and another location, and it gets very crazy, and it basically goes into the backstory of the nemesis, Charles Delmar, and it's really interesting, so do stay tuned for that if you're really intrigued. I just want to let you know that this isn't, the entire game is not set in this place, and it does get better, and this is a great kickoff, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it does get pretty great. It's a pretty insane. And it is, I would say, PG-13. It has some very dark humor to it. And I may point out a few of the little Easter eggs that I have discovered. Yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Okay, so there are a couple puzzles in this particular area of the White House that I struggle with every time I play it. I've played this game many, many times. Every time I have struggled. There's one specific puzzle I've struggled with. Now let's see if I can do this one. About every other time I play this game, I'm able to do it. I believe we're like 2 off. Okay. Entry 1258. Lamps down after terrible storm. Lightning caused a power cut to the local grid. Luckily, I had an extra 25 amp fuse on hand to badger the electrical box outside. Power code's answer phone instructed me to enter a reset code before power could be restored. Reminder, pick up some food for that stray black tabby who often comes to visit. Okay, I do need... What was that sound for? That sound effect. So I do need some paper. Now, when I play these games, I just take pictures, but I'm just going to write them all down at this point. So I wrote this code down. Okay. What they're saying when we click on these objects. I was just trying to figure it out. Okay, I'm missing one. So creepy because it sounds like there's almost like people walking around you. Okay. Just gonna start clicking on everything. So, now. See, who would think to look at that? It was so tiny. I did find all those quicker than the last couple. Okay, and that is what I needed for the hose. Okay. Now we're going to the cottage. And I know right where we're gonna go. We're gonna get that shovel. I would not in a million years do that just for a piece of paper. Ooh, did you hear that sound? That was an eerie sound. Okay. So the music's really picked up now. And it's really creepy. Now this is the puzzle right here that stumps me every single time I play this game. This is the one puzzle that always comes to mind when I think of this game because it has stumped me every single time. And every single time I've had to look up a walkthrough just for this one puzzle. All the others I can usually figure out on my own, but this one, not so much luck. So right here you see the northwest, south, north. I'm gonna write it down. Northwest, south, north, and then there's a little west right there. And that is supposed to conjoin with this puzzle somehow. And then if you look over, you see the elaborate tile work seems out of place within the pedestrian structure. And that's supposed to help you solve a piece of a puzzle. Now, how do I get out of this? Oh, there we go. But that was numbers on there, so I forget, but something about this. And yeah. It says 8. So it's something about the numbers connected to this that helps unlock that, and I can never figure it out. So maybe I'll be able to figure it out this time, but honestly, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because honestly, I've played this game enough to know that that's just one puzzle that I may never figure out. Here's the numbers. Okay, 15, 21, 6, and 5. Now it says northwest, south, north. So I think it means northwest for that one. But see, that's a different number right there. So I don't know. It's so confusing. So we can see 4 and 2 on that. There's not even a 4 on here. Okay. So I do believe that we start here. North, west. And there is really no west that I have seen. South was 6. And then northwest was 15, and I don't even see 15 on here. Excuse me. Okay. Now I do remember, I believe it always starts with that 2. And then I think... yeah, okay. I've got something else to do anyways for a second. Maybe it's supposed to happen later, but I'm gonna go ahead and so you hear the music pick up. Okay. 2, 3, 4. So we will need this for the lantern in the lighthouse. So maybe that puzzle comes later. And I was just trying to pre-solve. Yeah, it's not letting me do it yet, so I'm guessing I do need to solve that puzzle. Please don't hold it against me if I actually have to look up a walkthrough for it. See, right there it says west is 8. Now it does say northwest, south, and then I think it means northwest. So, north, west, south, and then northwest. That is the first time I've actually solved it on my own. I can't believe it. I'm actually so happy. That is the very first time I haven't had to look up a walkthrough for that. Boom. Oh, I just messed it up, sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Didn't get it all. So this is when we need to get our electrical stuff going. Yeah, we need some kind of fuse, and I don't think we have that yet. I think we're supposed to do a puzzle of some sort. Yeah. Oh, I hate these kind of puzzles too. We do not have a fuse, so we should be getting that somewhere. So are we supposed to... Is there another morphing object thing? Oh, I have not been reading these. I have forgotten. I'm sorry. Okay, so we ended there where I gave you the backstory. Given the amount of property damage I've inflicted here in the past, I didn't hesitate to wrap a chain around the manor gates and attach it to my car. Perhaps in hindsight, I should have opted to find another way in, since I've almost certainly overheated the engine, to say nothing of the sign impaled in my windshield. The steps leading to Ravenhearst Manor lie before me, and I can make out the charred silhouette of the once opulent Victorian home. Ethereal voices of the souls I've saved continue to discourage my investigation. I get the impression they know something I do not, but I need to learn more about who requested my presence and why. The ghosts are warning me of something. After much effort locating and retrieving the lighthouse key, I've finally gained access to the base of the watchful tower. Unfortunately, darkness within the entry hinders further exploration of the structure. The irony of needing light to see inside a lighthouse would be mildly amusing if I wasn't soaking wet from the autumn storm. Through feeling around in the dark and using the occasional flicker of lightning as a guide, I've managed to locate an old stove that might help illuminate the room. I'll need a way to get the fire started, but the heat might help dry out my soused clothing. Sorry, my allergies are really bad. Too dark to see. Guess it's getting windy here. My trespassing and subsequent tinkering within the lighthouse has led to an unexpected setback. It seems my tampering with the controls has caused some kind of power malfunction that knocked out the main light. I remember seeing an electrical box on my way here. I should have a look to see if I can remedy the situation. It's only a matter of time before the disabled beacon draws unwanted attention to my investigation. I've never seen such a grandiose contraption. Okay. I don't know where we're supposed to get a fuse. Clearly I'm missing something. So, oh. No? Usually you have to go do a morphing object scene twice in order to get something. But I'm not seeing. So I am missing something, but what is it? I need water.
Detective, you must go away before it is too late.
I would be running for the hills if I saw that. And those were Rose's daughters, the twins. Okay. I believe we are supposed to help the engine. We're supposed to get a fuse out of here, I believe. Okay, we need a fuse. Yes. Okay. Good thing I read the journal, because I honestly totally forgot about that. And here's the horrendous puzzle. I hate these ones. Okay. And there's really not instructions. They don't really give you instructions for these. Okay. Okay, we need to get 5374. I think this is another one I always needed to get a walkthrough for. Okay, I need to see what this arrow does. See what it does. See where it's going wrong. Oh, well, it was right that time. I don't know what messed up, but... Haha! I did it. Okay, so now we have to go up and do the arrows that were by the brick in the manor. So, right 1, down 2, over 3, 4. I think we're missing something on that one. Okay, I'm gonna go back to... I think this is the point where we have to go to the grave and continue with the story before we can... Okay. Yeah. So right is 1, down is 2, left is 3, up is 4. Okay. Date of the last. Eliminate. Okay, maybe there's something in the journal. No. Day of the last. Aha! 1, 2, 2, 4, 3. Now they do change from game to game, I've noticed. On, I think, like the arrows and this code. I think that changes, like if you start a new account or start a new game on this game, all the numbers and all the codes and stuff change. So, so if you play this game multiple times, do be aware of that. Okay, back to the lighthouse. I knew I was missing something. It's a lot of going back and forth in this game also, but it's so good. It's so worth it. And it gets so crazy after this. Okay, so 1, 2, 2, 4, 3. Woo! Somebody knows we're here now. Anything in the journal? I did it correct, right? Did that not change anything? Try it again, maybe? Did I do something wrong? No, it's not letting me. Okay. So I guess that was it? I thought it was supposed to like lock up. I don't know, maybe I did it correctly? Forgot where I was going. Okay. The grave, I think, now.
You shouldn't have come back to this awful place. The darkness lies waiting. You must leave at once.
At once. Leave. Yes, now. Ooh, okay. I hope you guys are ready for it. You ready?
Looks like you've dug your own grave, Detective. Father will be so very pleased.
First time I played this, that freaked me out so bad. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, my battery's about to die. Hopefully we get through this.
We need to get out of here at once.
Welcome back, Detective. I can't wait to show you what I've been working on. After you destroyed my home and family, my good son Victor took it upon himself to travel back in time and begin work on my greatest creation. With the souls of my loved ones forever out of reach, I needed you to lure them back home. I knew you couldn't resist returning to torment me. Time and again, you've misunderstood my intentions. That's why I've built this prison for you, so that you may better understand. Before you die, I want you to know what it's like to be me.
Okay, I'm so sorry my battery died right at a critical moment of that whole scene. But that's such a cool scene, is that not? So at least I got to still film the screen part, but my face cam just went out. Okay, well I think that is the end of this first episode of Escape Ravenhearst, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. I will definitely have a second episode up really soon, so be looking forward to that, and definitely let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see more games like this here on my channel. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.